Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to cut through the noise and get straight to the insights that matter. Today, we're plunging into a really fascinating corner of the real estate market. It's one people often whisper about. We've done a deep dive into some material specifically aimed at serious home buyers, and honestly, it seems to offer a shortcut, maybe, to opportunities most people just never hear about. We're talking about off-market real estate. So our mission for this deep dive, we want to unpack what an off-market deal actually is, really is, and who these are for. Crucially, how do they even come about? So yeah, if you're maybe tired of the usual Zillow scroll and wondering if there's another way, stick with us. Okay, so let's unpack this. What exactly is an off-market deal? The material we looked at is pretty direct, thankfully, no jargon. It calls it an opportunity that's not sitting in plain sight on Zillow or Realtor.com. Simple enough, right? But here's the important bit, I think. A property that isn't being bid up by dozens of buyers. Essentially, yeah, a home you wouldn't even know existed unless someone in your corner brought it to you.
And what's fascinating there really is what that implies. It's not just about dodging a bidding war, though that's part of it. It's more about understanding that you can bypass the emotional heat of the public market. That potentially lets a deal happen based on a more, let's say, rational value for everyone involved, buyer and seller. Think about finding that place before it gets thrown to the wolves. It's not just looking differently. It's like operating in a completely different market dynamic.
That makes a lot of sense. Avoiding the frenzy. So, okay, who is this kind of exclusive approach actually for? The source material is super clear on this, draws a real line in the sand. It says point blank, this isn't for casual browsers, not for people just, seeing what's out there. It's for the serious buyer, the one ready to move forward now. And it lists criteria too. You need to be qualified to buy, makes sense, ready to make a move, tired of scrolling past overpriced listings, definitely hear that one a lot, and fundamentally, serious about finding the right property at the right price. It really pinpoints a very specific type of person, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
And that raises a key question. Why so specific? And I think the deep dive here reveals it's not just like a preference for serious buyers. It's almost structurally necessary. For these deals to work, you need someone who can act fast. That quiet deal window is small. If you're not ready, poof, it's gone. The material basically says, forget the fluff.
Yeah.
No long seminars, no mortgage calculators cluttering things up, no endless lists of homes you'd never buy anyway. It's laser focused on delivering the one thing you're looking for, an off-market deal, directly, efficiently, but only if you're actually poised to act on it.
Right, that readiness factor seems critical. Okay, so we know what they are, who they're for, but the really intriguing part, for me at least, was how. How are these hidden opportunities actually found? The source talks about a highly personalized approach. This involves things like direct outreach, inside connections, and targeted searches. It sounds quite involved down that uncover properties before they hit the open market. And it stresses these aren't just listed gimmicks. These are quiet deals, deals that need the right buyer to be ready the moment they surface. When it mentions inside connections, what does that really mean? Is it just, agents talking to each other?
Oh, that's a great point. Because it's often more than just the usual agent network. Sometimes these connections might be, say, estate attorneys dealing with probate sales, or maybe private wealth managers whose clients want a very discreet sale. Could even be developers offloading something quietly. These channels kind of bypass the whole public listing machine. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, well, it shows how value can exist outside the obvious public view. The whole value proposition is saving time, yes, but also getting access. Access to deals most buyers never even hear about because, frankly, they're looking in the standard places. It really requires a shift in mindset, doesn't it? From passive browsing to active seeking.
It really does. Active seeking. I like that. Makes you wonder what else is out there just under the radar. So, okay, for this serious buyer who's ready, what's next? The source presents a very simple call to action. Just reply, I'm ready. There's also the sense of exclusivity, urgency maybe. It says, I only work with a select number of buyers each month. And if you're aiming to move soon, your best window to get started is now. What does that I'm ready really trigger in this context? What happens then?
Yeah, that I'm ready isn't just like sending a casual note. It signals you meet that criteria we talk about: qualified, motivated, ready now. It matches the speed these deals require. What happens next? Well, often it kicks off a very quick, direct vetting process, confirming the buyer specifics, making sure there's alignment with maybe a particular seller's needs. It can lead to negotiations very quickly, potentially skipping open houses, bidding wars, the whole drawn-out marketing dance. And that exclusivity ties right back into the personalized service. It's not some giant database you sift through. It's about matching specific ready buyers with these unique, often time-sensitive, quiet opportunities.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener? This deep dive into off market real estate, it sort of pulls back the curtain on a different way of doing things. Finding a home isn't just about scrolling Zillow endlessly, it can be about leveraging specific connections, specific processes, uncovering hidden gems that way. And for the right kind of buyer, qualified, ready, maybe frustrated with the public market, it seems like a genuine way to cut through the noise and potentially find exactly what you need without all the usual competition. It really does make you rethink the standard home buying process, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And the existence of this whole separate channel, this off-market world, it poses a really interesting question. What does it tell us about how value and opportunity actually work, how they're accessed? It suggests that maybe, just maybe, the most unique or valuable opportunities often lie outside the most obvious public channels, not just in real estate, perhaps. So think about it. What other areas of life might have these kinds of hidden paths, opportunities you only find through specific connections or by taking a very targeted approach? What must you discover if you start looking beyond the obvious places?